seen, I think the highest point value I've ever seen was 73.
Oh, wow.
Which was kind of incredible. But this will always surprise you. Every year that I've done this, there's always that one movie that sneaks in. You're just like, I would have never fucking guessed. Like, it's incredible sometimes. But, you know, it's also fun. So the other thing you have to keep in mind for anybody wanting to play this, because there's nobody in the channel right now, but for anybody that's want to play this, you have to do this before April 27th. If you do it after April 27th, it doesn't really count because you're going to see the crowds for Infinity War. So that might sway your opinion or your list. So Anthony, make sure that this after show gets uploaded probably tomorrow at the best.
Yeah.
As fast as you can. Try to upload this after show.
Can do.
But the other aspect is you have to take into consideration that it's the top grossing movie within that time period. So if a movie comes out earlier in the time period, it might be able to make more money than a movie that comes out later. But also keep in mind that, like, if a movie comes out in May, that you know that's going to make a lot of money, but a movie comes out in July, it still has August to go through as well. So, like, take a lot of that into consideration when you're making your list. That being said, the way that we're going to do this is we're going to run down our number ones, two, like we're going to go 1, 2, 3 down and down the list. Now, when I say, like, hey, Josh, what's your number one? And then you say your movie, and it's the same as mine or the same as Anthony's, or we all have the same thing, just speak up. That way I don't have to keep running your names. Like, if I'm like,
Gotcha.
Oh, this movie is number 3, and it's your number 3 as well, Josh, just be like, mine too. Like, just do that. So that way we can kind of,
Gotcha.
Get through it. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into our list, guys.
All right.
Number one. I think we might all.
We're going 1 through 10, top to bottom. We're not going the other way around.
Just said that.
All right. Sorry.
It's like,
All right, so for my number 6, I've got.
Okay. My number 1 is Avengers Infinity War.
Same.
Yeah, I figured as much. I honestly that's a no-brainer. Like, sometimes you'll have years where the number one is.
It's a no-brainer, but I think it's got the strongest possibility of making the most money.
Pretty confident.
I'll put it this way, Josh. I'll put it this way. I where I got this, or where I was reminded about the summer movie wager was slashfilm.com, and they have 6 people playing, and all 6 people put Infinity War as number 1.
Yeah. I mean, it's got the longest amount of time to make the most money, and there's only, I think, 3 real contenders to give it a run for its money.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I completely agree. Plus, it's just got a lot going for it to be number 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Josh, what's your number 2?
Incredibles 2.
Mine too.
I have Solo.
Okay, wow, that's way higher on the list than I anticipate that movie doing. But
Yeah.
Really? Well, I've got Solo as number 3. So.
Wow.
Okay, see, my number 3 is Deadpool 2.
Oh. Yeah. Same here.
My number 4 is Solo.
Really?
Now, I'll explain why. I'll explain why it's not higher on the list. Unfortunately, and I hate to say it this way, it will do really well because it's Star Wars. But due to the unfortunate backlash that that Last Jedi got, I feel there's a lot of people who are not going to go see Solo in the theater.
Han Solo, dude. The only reason the Solo movie is not going to be number 1 is because The Incredibles was incredible, and it's a family-friendly movie. There's going to be a lot of kids going to see it.
Yeah,
that's the only reason The Incredibles 2 is going to beat Solo. And come on, Infinity War, Jesus.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so I want to kind of clarify why I put this on my list the way that I did. So I feel that Solo is going to do worse than Deadpool because Deadpool doesn't have any super strong negativity towards it. And with the popularity that it gained from the first movie, and I'm talking about both in regards of if I can see the mute symbol on Josh's little icon, so that he's coughing. Deadpool 2 had an interesting run because it did really well in the theater, but it did even better once it was released on video. And more people saw it afterwards. And I feel that all those people are going to go see the sequel. But with the negative backlash that Last Jedi got, and a lot of people play like Catherine Kennedy is ruining the franchise, and these people don't know what they're doing with the Star Wars lore, and yada yada yada. I feel like a lot of that's going to push it down a bit, but it's still number 4, dude. Like, it's still going to beat out a lot of these movies.
Yeah. And my reasoning for Solo being number 2 is for 2 reasons. One, it's a Star Wars movie. People love Star Wars. Despite the controversy that was in The Last Jedi, people are still going to come out and watch this movie, and it's going to make a ton of money.
Sorry, go ahead. I was interrupting.
Okay. And my second point to it is that this is based on Han Solo. This is based on the old Star Wars, the 3, 4.
I want to throw something else about that also, the whole like it being about Han Solo. Have you guys seen the backlash from who they got to play Han Solo?
Not as much, but I've heard there was another person who was actually could have played that role better than the current actor, but I don't. I'm coming.
I've seen. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I've just seen a lot of backlash towards that towards Solo in general. So I feel like there's a lot of people who are Star Wars fans, who are Han Solo fans, who are going to just be like, I'm going to wait. And Disney, you know how Disney works. Like, the DVD release of it's going to be like 4 weeks after it hits theaters. So
I haven't heard. I mean, I've heard of some of the backlash for Solo, but not as rampant as after The Last Jedi. But then again, I could be not looking in the right places if I wanted to seek that out.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think it's going to do poorly in the theater. I think it's going to make
it's going to make a ton of money,
hand over fist money. Yeah. But I also think that Deadpool and Incredibles is going to make arguably like just as much. I think that those 3 films are going to make roughly the same amount.
Yeah.
Now, as for Solo, it's not so much backlash that I've seen. And, I'm in a lot of different various nerd communities. But a lot of people are just like, Solo, take it or leave it. Because a lot of it was the Lord and Miller controversy. They're like, these guys do comedies. We don't want so much comedy in our Star Wars. Yes, Star Wars has always had elements of comedy in it. But it's just like, don't overdo it. And even after the first trailer was released, it's like, it might be good. We don't know. That last trailer that was released, though, about a week ago, that was the first time that me and a lot of other people that I know and talk to were like, holy shit, this looks and feels like it should be a young Han Solo. I mean, the rapport, just from what I've seen with the actor playing Han and Chewie, just wow, it gave me goosebumps, and I'm excited for it. I think it's going to finish number 3.
Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. I'm super excited to see it. I just don't think it's going to do better than the other 3 that I listed. The top 3 that I listed. That's all.
Okay. So what was so we can go into the next one?
Yeah, we're gonna move on to number 5. Josh, what's your number?
Wait.
We didn't do number 4.
Yeah, Solo's my number 4. Did you say your guys' number 4?
No, we wouldn't say our number 4s yet. No.
No, I gave you my first 3. I gave you.
Sorry, Solo's my number 4. What's your guys' number 4s?
Jurassic World.
Mine's Incredibles 2.
Wow, you put that way lower than I thought. Than I think it should be.
So I mean, like, Incredibles 2 is gonna be great. It's gonna make a lot of money because the Incredibles 1 was great. It was a fantastic movie, and then we find out there's a sequel happening. Like, people got their minds blown for sure. It will do well. Again, and as Josh said, it's a family-oriented film. It's 3D. It's going to be for people, a lot of people who've seen it in the past is going to come back and watch it. Part of the nostalgia plays into it. It's going to do well. I have them in number 4, right below Deadpool.
Well, it seems like our top 5 are going to be roughly the same.
Yeah, yeah, actually,
just not in the same spot.
Yeah.
I will say this: to this day, the original Incredibles is still the best Fantastic Four movie ever, and this will be the first good sequel to a Fantastic Four movie ever.
That's good.
So it's solid joke, sir.
Solid truth.
The Incredibles is my favorite Pixar film. Like, I've watched that one. Yeah. I watched that one so many fucking times. So I'm really excited for it. But
tell me a great Fantastic Four movie outside of The Incredibles.
No, I stop calling me. You're messing.
It's not just me.
Of course, we all see it. Like, their powers are literally identical.
Yeah.
Going invisible, creating force fields, going fast, having super strength, and stretchy abilities. I see it. I see the same thing you see. Also, their son is basically a Skrull.
Yeah. It's great.
Exactly. Anyway,
I could do it too, Josh. Okay. Gosh.
At least do it with no capes.
Yeah. What's your guys' number 5?
Deadpool.
I put
super low.
I put Jurassic World.
Well, it's also going to be the highest R-rated movie on the list, so
I think it's going to do like not super better, but better enough.
Yeah.
What'd you say your number 5 was? Anthony?
Jurassic World.
Same here.
Yeah, I think that the first one did pretty well. It was big dumb fun. Chris Pratt, obviously the star of the show, and having the sequel, and they're bringing in what's his name?
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum into it, and it's gonna bring a lot of people.
Well, don't hold your breath on that because he doesn't have a big role.
I know, but still, just the name of it.
Actually, if you want the truth, I think that scene happens at the end of the movie.
You think so?
I think. Well, have you seen the new trailer?
Yeah, I have.
So you know that the movie basically follows a very similar path that Lost World does.
Interesting.
The island is the only difference is the island's destroying. It's not that InGen's trying to kill the dinosaurs like in Lost World or get rid of them. But the characters go to the Jurassic World Park because they need to rescue the dinosaurs. They rescue a few and bring them back to the States where they break out and cause havoc. Very similar plot.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad. I'm just saying similar plot. Right. So my theory is that the scene with Jeff Goldblum is basically after the dinosaurs cause havoc, and he's just like, he's himself, and he has the stigma of being a part of the first, breakdown, and they're like, well, do you want to come in and talk to Congress? And he's like, yeah, and life finds a way. So.
Okay.
So our top 5 are literally Avengers, Incredibles, Deadpool, Solo, and Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Just in a different order. And I honestly expected that. Mm-hmm. So here's where I think it's going to get interesting. Here's where I'm like, ooh, I wonder if, we'll see. What is your number 6, Anthony?
The First Purge.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. All right.
And the reason being is the fact I looked up as far as like how the Purge is done, like since its first iteration. It only has actually grown more money as the series has gone along. It's kind of in the same vein as the Saw movies, where it will be critically not reviewed as great, but it makes tons of money regardless because people are there for.
Okay. All right. I mean, Josh, what's your number 6?
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Okay. All right. That's in my top 10, but we'll get there. My number 6 is Hotel Transylvania 3. Summer Vacation.
You think so?
Here's why. Now, as you both know, I've done the Summer Movie Wager a lot. These weird, random fucking kids movies that happen in the middle of the summer do super well. Like, just absurdly well, and the Hotel Transylvania franchise is actually fairly popular.
Yeah, and it's not terrible, especially something coming from Adam Sandler these days.
Well, he only voices Dracula. He doesn't do anything else because the whole show's written by Gennady Tartakovsky.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, really? Wait.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, shit. I need to watch that now.
I got you heard.
I've seen the first one. Madison loves the first one and the second one. She really enjoys them.
Yeah, they're
You know,
not.
when I
They're not bad.
I watched the first one and I didn't hate it.
Huh.
I didn't dislike it at all.
Yeah, I really feel it's going to do pretty well this summer. Plus, it's a lot sillier, apparently, like, according to what I've seen, but whatever.
Right.
Josh, what is your number 7?
Ocean's 8.
Okay, all right, that's on my list, but not there. Anthony, number 7?
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Okay, all right. Mine is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Really?
Mm.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. This is coming out very shortly after Infinity War.
It's coming out in July.
So 2 months.
Mid-July. Mid-July.
Okay, yeah.
So 2.5 months. Well, it's going to be... People are going to be riding the high of Infinity War, and they're going to want to see another Marvel movie, and I feel like it's going to do well enough.
I've got it in my top 10, but I don't have it that high.
Yeah.
And because Deadpool follows, I think people are not going to be as keen to go see another comic book movie so soon, is why I don't have it higher than I do.
Oh, I agree with you on that. That's why it's my number 7. But I still think because it's Marvel is why it's going to get a huge boost.
Yeah.
Plus, apparently Ant-Man is in Infinity War, so...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would also argue that this could be a tie-in they could possibly do with Ant-Man, and as far as like what's the next step in the event in the Marvel universe.
Correct. Right. I completely agree. Like,
so, I can see that.
So, Josh, number 8.
Christopher Robin.
Again, on my list, but not there.
Man.
Anthony, what's your number 8?
This one is just a wild guess, and part of it because I looked up on IMDb as far as like how popular it is, and apparently like people are excited for it. But Heredity.
Okay.
That's just a wild guess. So
I'm gonna let you know right now. Summer horror movies don't do well at all.
No.
Okay.
No.
They do really, really bad. That is a bad pick, sir. I don't get me wrong. That movie looks good, but like it'll do really well on home video or digital, whatever.
Yeah.
My number 8 was Mission Impossible Fallout.
Okay.
I think that Mission Impossible is gonna do really well. I just because it's when was the last time we had a Mission Impossible?
I just
It's been about 4 or 5 years.
I just looked at
Yeah. That's why I think it's gonna do really well. Just because it's been a while. So.
And the last 2 entries have been really fucking good.
Yeah, they've been good.
Funny enough, the writer on those movies has been Brad Bird, who is also the writer on Incredibles.
Oh,
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
Brad Bird writes a good fucking movie. So, and if he wrote this one, he's going to have 2 top 10 hits on his list this year.
Absolutely, yeah. Number 9, Anthony.
This is where I put Ant-Man. Is where I put number 9.
Okay, all right.
Same here. Here. That's where I put Ant-Man and the Wasp as well.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Well, you guys think that it's still going to make the top 10 because it's Marvel. You just don't think it's going to.
Yeah, I just don't think it'll
agreed.
be as high as number 7 because of the people are already going to have 2 comic book movies within 2 months before it.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair enough.
I don't see the general movie public thinking, oh well, it's Marvel versus DC versus Fox versus Sony versus Disney. They just think fucking comic books.
Yep.
Because the general public, are fucking idiots. They just are.
Yeah. Not to say our audience are idiots. Just everybody else.
Well, no, because we're catering to not the general public. The people here are, listening here are a niche genre.
It's gonna be fucking hilarious when September rolls around and all of a sudden we're like, Heredity made the top 10. It's gonna be weird, guys. I promise you. There's gonna be some shit you're gonna be like, what? Like it's gonna be fun. All right, number 10, Josh.
That's where I've got Hotel Transylvania 3.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
Anthony,
This is another just a wild guess.
wild card.
Yeah, and this is just before. I probably won't do well at all, but I'm just basing it off of nostalgia. But the first movie actually was, relatively reviewed pretty well, or was at least people liked it a lot. Mamma Mia 2. Here we go again.
Oh man, I mean, it did well critically.
Again, just a guess out of my ass on that one. So,
Well, if it counts for anything, my number 10 is riding off of nostalgia and mostly how I felt and how I saw the internet react to it. But Disney's Christopher Robin.
okay.
Nice.
I
I think
think-
it'll do a little bit better than that, but for the same reasons, the nostalgia and people love Winnie the Pooh and people love Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's just a winning combo. All right, guys. So here's a fun little thing: our dark horses.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, just go ahead and list your 3 dark horses.
well, I got Skyscraper,
Okay.
The First Purge,
All right.
and The Meg.
You have 2 of my 3. Anthony, go ahead and list your top 3.
I am-
Or your top 3. Your 3 dark horses.
my 3 dark horses are just completely different from you guys'. So in no particular order, Teen Titans Go, because I feel like as much hate as that animated series gets, it's still very well liked, and it still gets
Super popular, dude.
Yeah, so I feel that's gonna. Yeah, that's definitely one of my.
It could make the top 10, but yeah, go ahead.
Those poor kids don't know any better.
I know.
I try to educate Madison all the time. I'm like, these are not the real Teen Titans.
Yes, we do pay attention, chat. Oh, is this the same guy from last week? It might be.
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, be on the ready. Just FYI.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So, I was gonna say my next dark horse, Slenderman.
Okay. Again, horror movies don't do good during the summer.
Yeah, but this is maybe it might do well. It's I'm part of it's because it is like based on it's based on like a folklore, or this actually is based on something, but it's not just a game. The game's what I know about Slenderman, and that game scared the crap out of me. But yeah, that's my other dark horse. And then my last one, and this is only because people like religion movies. I don't know. This is kind of another monkey in the wrench. Pope Francis, man of his word.
Wow. Wow. I thought you were gonna go for "Will You Be My Neighbor." I thought that's where you were gonna go with that, but you went with Pope Francis.
It's a documentary. People, religion. I don't know.
You underestimate the movie-going populace.
Yeah.
Like they do not give a shit about that. So my 3 are, the Meg, Skyscraper, and those are 2 obvious ones to me because they have the star power behind them.
Yep.
You can't go wrong with Rocket or Statham doing an action film. No, he's asking why Anthony. He's asking what happened last week. Why why you're like be on guard. But my other dark horse, I agree with Anthony. Teen Titans Go to the movies.
Oh, okay.
I think that the franchise is popular enough with kids that'll be a huge factor. But yeah, I think
Maybe their parents will not give in to the whinings and not take them to the movies, so that horrible franchise can go away and be rebooted like it should be.
It's not going to happen for a while.
I know. I get out my old Teen Titans comics all the time, and I'm like, this is what Teen Titans should look like, not that terrible garbage that you're watching.
I think you'll like Teen Titans Go better once you've seen pictures of the Teen Titans live action show.
Oh yeah,
No, I saw
agree.
that. I saw that
agree.
terribleness too.
Yeah.
I think they both belong in a dumpster fire.
I
Fair
will say this: like Teen Titans Go, as much shit as I give it, I don't think it's that bad. Like it just reminds me of like
No, they wanted to make a wacky cartoon that kids would enjoy that is silly and over the top, and they just needed familiar faces to it. That's all.
They absolutely succeeded in that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is a wacky cartoon that is silly and over the top.
And much of the hate for it, and I understand why, is because they chose that over continuing the main TV series of Teen Titans, where they left off on a huge cliffhanger. At least
I mean, I'm upset because they didn't continue Young Justice because that was awesome.
Oh God, don't remind me.
Yeah, but in all fairness, that is coming back. So
yeah.
Just on Netflix.
Yeah, the original Teen Titans before Go wasn't terrible.
Oh, it was good. It was super good.
But when they brought out Go, I'm just like, what is this abortion? You know?
I mean, look, I don't mind it only because I watch a lot of anime that like is kind of like that. But then again, I watch a lot of crap anime, so.
Oh my God!
What
yeah,
is
you
that?
do.
Don't remind me because you made us watch Devilman Crybaby.
No, speaking of which,
you son of a bitch.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it, Anthony. We're gonna watch it because of two reasons.
Yeah.
Another friend said it's really funny and that we should watch it. That I should watch it is what he said. So I was like, all right. Well, I've had two people tell me about it. Might as well.
So therefore, now I have to watch it. So if I don't enjoy it, bad things, terrible things, I'm going to mail you a turd.
So I actually,
it won't be mine.
So I'll say this because I do have another anime suggestion, but like it's actually good.
Well, hold that thought for a second.
It's actually good. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, Lego disc. Like it's Young Justice is absolutely worth your viewing.
Oh, yeah.
It's super fucking good.
It's good.
It was very, very good.
And I didn't watch it when it came out. I watched it post like it getting canceled.
Yeah, that was me too.
I was like, oh, I should have been watching this on TV. So
yeah,
I caught it on Netflix, and I was like, son of a bitch, this is great.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a series you can definitely go check out. It's really good. So
which most animated DC properties are really good.
Yeah.
They fucking kill it in the animated world.
Titans Go is not. And it's also aimed at younger kids too. Like
I was gonna say
younger.
Right, I was gonna say also like it's not just aimed at a younger audience, but it's also really popular. Like it's really successful. So even though you may not like it, it's still.
I don't deny that it's successful, and I don't deny that it does what it set out to do very well. But that doesn't mean I have to like it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think it's a bastardized version of what the Titans should be.
What
do I know?
I mean, it reminds me a bunch of like the chibi animes that are out there, just like not.
I've never been a huge fan of chibi anime style, so
okay.
That also plays into my distaste of it.
So here's something I talked to Greg about that I.
Speaking of anime.
So I talked about this with Greg earlier. It just came out on Netflix. It is dubbed. It is okay. Think of the synopsis. Actually, I might just bring up the synopsis, but I'm gonna just throw it out there. I'm gonna paraphrase it. Think of a show. Think of the art and animation of Hello Kitty. The main character. Oh, thanks for the follow. The art animation of Hello Kitty, but the main character is a fox. She's 25. She works in an office. She hates her job, but she's really into heavy death metal afterwards, and just like goes berserk when she goes in the karaoke room and just sings.
I've heard the show. I've heard the show has a lot of metal in it.
Yes. It also
that's going to be its only saving grace for me. I have a feeling.
and the episodes are really short. They're like
15 minutes long. Yeah, we are reviewing it. That's and not the episode that we record tomorrow and release Friday, but the one we do after that is on the list.
Okay.
We actually discussed it today, and Greg showed it to me. It's like, did Anthony recommend this to you?
And I was like, he did, but
another person said it was really good too. I was like, okay.
Yep.
I said, but if I don't like this one, I'm sending Anthony a turd in the mail. But I am a huge metalhead, so maybe I will find it funny. Who knows? I will watch anything. That's what we do on the show. We watch things and let people know what we think.
I hope it's good because it'll be the first anime we watch through Netflix that will be good.
Well, there's
Asho Incarnation was okay.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't great though. That's the problem.
Agree to disagree.
Just
I can't remember what we gave it. I think I gave it a C something.
I can't really check because I'm not my.
Oh, I can't right now. I gave it a D plus, and you gave it a D. So yeah, we didn't think it was that good, did we?
No, yeah, we know.
Now I did watch Blam.
Blam, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's spelled Blame, BLAME exclamation point. It's a movie. It's based on a manga series. It's fucking good.
I see.
It's fucking good. You should watch it, Anthony. You would really enjoy it.
I'll check it out. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I need to watch. I haven't watched any of the new animes from this season yet, so I need to catch up on that.
Metalocalypse. No, I've not seen it, but it is in my list to watch.
Oh my god, Josh!
I've heard it's really good.
Dude, it's
I'm not that I don't mind metal. I'm not the world's biggest fan of metal, but I've legitimately bought the soundtracks to those shows.
Dude, it's super good. Like Metalocalypse it was something that I just happened to stumble upon when I was watching the late Adult Swim shows. And
that's where I heard about it originally. I know it used to air on Adult Swim, but I don't remember what was going on in my life, but I never made time to watch it. I don't remember when it aired back then.
Yeah, if you're into metal, that is the show for you. So good and funny.
Good.
I mean, if you're just into good comedy, it's also a good show for you to watch.
True. That's very true. Also, fun fact: the guy who voice acts the main character is Brandon Small, who was also the same character and voice actor for Home Movies, which is another good show.
I never watched Home Movies.
It's good.
I met Brendan Small at Comic-Con.
Oh, did you really? What does he look like? I never actually looked up as far as what he looks like.
He's a little tall. He's kind of tall and has a giant fucking beard.
Oh.
Think Brian Posehn, but with the big ass beard and glasses.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, Brian Posehn has glasses.
Brian Posehn has a big ass beard and glasses, though.
Does he have a beard now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, there you go. He's basically Brian Posehn.
Cool. All right. Good to know.
Have they ever been seen in the same room together?
Oh my god.
But that's cool. Yeah, so I'll definitely tune in at some point to you guys' show and hear what your thoughts are on anime stuff. At
some point means never.
And fun voice actor fact about that anime I suggest that you guys go watch. For the dub, she what was her name? It was something Ramirez. She originally voice acted Annie from the Stars and Skull Rules. So yeah, I tied in back to SG somehow. But she also
fun fact: nobody cares but you, Anthony.
Yeah. Oh, her name's Erica Mendez. That's right. She's also the main voice actor for Ryoko and Kill la Kill. So yeah.
Did you ever watch Scrubs? No.
I know of it. I haven't
Greg,
really sat down and watched
it.
Yes. Did you ever watch
Scrubs?
Scrubs?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I stopped watching Scrubs when they tried to bring it back after it got canceled because it was not a good show and they tried to bring it back. But
for the last season when they tried to make it a teaching hospital and
yeah, it was really not good.
It wasn't good. I watched it only because, but it was not good. But you remember when JD had the baby with Kim and he and Elliot were finally getting together, and Elliot's ex-boyfriend Sean was now dating JD's ex, being around his kid and everything.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines that I like to quote when somebody is talking about something is that scene where Sean and JD are sitting in the cafeteria. I think it's from the episode Wiener Cousins. But Sean's saying something and JD's just, nobody cares, Sean. Nobody cares.
I ain't trying to say that to me.
I feel like that's the appropriate line for what Anthony was just saying. A long-winded way of saying nobody cares, Anthony.
Well,
Nobody cares.
Well, I think
I was just giving you a hard time.
I know.
maybe the Skullgirl community cares,
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, we do.
which
Yeah,
is
that
half of this channel's audience is that.
Yeah, it's true.
That last season was terrible. Those scrubs, though.
Mm.
But guys, I'm gonna stop there. You guys can continue streaming if you want, but I need to get some shit done, and a friend wants to play some video games online. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, it is 1 a.m. here. Still
Oh.
sick. I am also tired.
That's
yeah, East Coast and all.
fine. That's fine.
Tomorrow's
Oh,
gonna be.
by the way, what time are we recording tomorrow?
So you and I should be on here at 5:30. Well, 5:30 my time. So
Okay.
that's 8:30 your time.
So yeah.
Yeah, so be on at 8:30, and then he gets off work at 5:30. So basically, he's gonna get home, change, basically sit down, and then he'll hop into the general chat in the all queued up thing, and
Okay.
I will drag him down so that way all three of us are in there, and then he's going to record on Audacity as well, and then
and he can upload it to our.
or he can just upload it to his Dropbox and then send a link, and then you'll be able to download it that way. Yeah.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask, Josh, by any chance, do you know how many subscribers you guys have across the board?
Across the board, no. Because I can't see the total number of people that are subscribed on iTunes.
Oh, okay.
I can't see who follows on Stitcher or Radio Public. I can see the number of followers on Podbean, but Podbean is where everything is distributed from Podbean. I just got the same RSS feed and it goes to all the others at the same time. Now YouTube channel, it's still, we're trying to push it and grow it, but currently just sitting at 22 subscribers. But
you guys are getting some good views though.
Yeah, we're getting good views. I just, I wish we would see follower. I wish there was a way to see follower counts on those things, because I have no idea how to tell on iTunes. Anywhere I look, I just. Plus, it also takes like 2 months just to show any aggregate data for an episode on iTunes.
That's true. That is a good point. No, just because I remember talking to Greg about
Which is it's really weird that it's like that, considering that the term podcast came from the iPod.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to Greg about it. I can't remember when exactly, but I just randomly look up you guys up on the website, on Stitcher, on iTunes, and I'm seeing people leaving good remarks and reviews of you guys. It was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I mean, some of them are people that I actually know, but some of them are not. It's like a 50-50 split. It was like, hey, check us out.
Yeah.
Leave an honest review. Don't blow any smoke up our asses, but leave us a review and a rating, because that helps it helps populate circulation. But I mean, it's like a 50-50 split. Some of them I do know, and some of them are completely random. And I'm like, those are the ones that excite me the most. The completely random ones. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Not to mention, was it Radio Public picked you guys as one of the up and coming podcasters? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Like every week they have 6 shows they named to the indie shows to watch for.
Yeah.
And for the first week of April, they put us on it. And I was like, holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Opened up that email and about shit my pants.
That was insane. When I first heard it, it's like, oh wow, you guys are doing really good. So you guys on a good start for sure.
Yeah. I just hope it continues to keep steamrolling.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
But yeah, Josh, we'll yeah, I'll see. I'll talk to you. I won't see you, but I'll talk to you at 5:30.
Okay.
And we'll try to.
Hopefully, I'll sound a little bit better, because right now, I'm still a little stuffy and I still got a little bit of cough going, but for the most part, I sound a hell of a lot better than I did the other day.
I can't tell the difference.
Oh man, yeah, I'm really stuffy right now. Yesterday I couldn't even talk.
Oh wow.
It's just like I sound like this is
Oh
bad.
damn. So you straight up just saw a snake the entire time?
It was pretty rough.
Mm.
But whatever my daughter had, she brought it home to me, and I woke up Wednesday morning with it, and I was like, well, yesterday was my birthday, and I got two bitchin' model kits, and a sinus infection / head cold. God damn it.
Hmm. Fun times. Fun
If it counts for
times.
anything, all I did on my birthday was build Labo sets and take a nap. So
Yeah, but
I
that's
can't
awesome.
complain.
That's awesome, though. Like I said about those Labo sets, they look good. They look interesting and ingenious and very innovative. They're just very niche,
Yeah,
They're
they
super
are.
niche. Yeah, they're super
Yeah,
niche. Yeah.
they
and
are. They
and
are.
very limited in what you can do with them, and they take up a lot of room.
They absolutely do. Like I said, I have fucking the whole top of my dresser is just Labo. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with these after a while. I don't know if I can just. You can't really dismantle them. They don't. It doesn't
Yeah,
work
they're
that
not
way.
made.
So
They're not made to dismantle because of the reflective tape and the moving parts and things like that. Because you're going to limit the durability by doing so.
right.
Yeah.
Plus, it's hard to. Sometimes some of these are like a little bit more intricate on how to fold them. So it's like I don't remember how this went.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Well, guys, I'm gonna get off of here, and I will talk to you tomorrow, Josh.
yeah. I'm gonna go
Anthony.
lie down myself. I'm gonna have a glass of juice and hit the hay.
It sounds like it's time to shut down the show then. Well, in that case, thank you everybody who stayed with After Show. Next week, hopefully my computer will be a bit better and not like be as it was tonight in some degree. But yeah, tune in next week.